It's the Tuesday night qualifying session at Charlottetown. They're on the track for the first race. Shadow Angel's the one for David Dowling. The 2 Speed Snippy Scratch. There's the 3 Crimson and Clover for Kenny Arsenault. And the Lady Sheriff wears number 4 with Mark Campbell. Fast track conditions, no variance, 7 degrees. Scratch down to a field of 3 for the opener in this Tuesday night qualifying session. In the first, Shadow Angel, Crimson and Clover, the Lady Sheriff. Top of the stretch. Here they come. There they go, off and pacing, and the Lady Sheriff will lead them out. Second on the rail, that Shadow Angel and Crimson and Clover will be third. They round the turn, approaching the initial 8, and the Lady Sheriff from the outside, set to take over the lead for Campbell. Second, that is Shadow Angel, and right with them in third, Crimson and Clover. So to the backstretch they go, and the first quarter mile is the opening station, and the Lady Sheriff has now cleared on the lead. Shadow Angel is second. Crimson and Clover is an uptight third. So they're on by that first station, and the Lady Sheriff now controls for Mark Campbell. And they were there in a pretty comfortable trip of 32 seconds flat. Pretty decent mare on the front end. She's not rushed here in the early going. The Lady Sheriff leads it. Second is Shadow Angel, and Crimson and Clover continues to go third. So in front of us for the first time around. At the midway point, the Lady Sheriff is halfway home, and the lead 2.5. Second is Shadow Angel, and trailing third, that is Crimson and Clover. So they make their way by that half mile, and they're at the half in 1:03. Into the paddock turn for the second time. 5/8 comes next. The Lady Sheriff by a couple. Shadow Angel is second. Crimson and Clover third. Up the backstretch they go now. 3/4 the next station. The Lady Sheriff will get them there. Shadow Angel tracks along in the 2-hole, and Crimson and Clover has continued the race from third. With 1/4 of a mile left to go, it is the Lady Sheriff out in front. Second is Shadow Angel. Crimson and Clover third. There's the 3/4 up in 33 and 2. That was 30 and 2 in the third. Oh, they're picking it up now as they turn for home, led by the Lady Sheriff. Shadow Angel is second, Crimson and Clover third. They're on the wire next in qualifier number 1. And the Lady Sheriff and Campbell go all the way. Shadow Angel was second. Crimson and Clover is third. The time for the mile in 2:02 and 1. Now the results of the first qualifier. Shadow Angel was second. Speed Snip was scratched. Crimson and Clover third. And the Lady Sheriff, the race winner. They went 32, 103, 133 and 2, and the mile 2:02 and 1. second qualifier is on the track. Filly 47 is the one. Now the driver is qualifying driver Brett Clow. Brett Clow drives Filly 47. And her stablemate is Dreamfair Zenfire with Mark Campbell. Once again, fast track, no variant, 7 degrees Celsius. It's the Mark Campbell Racing match racing qualifier number 2. Wonder what the veteran Campbell says to the rookie Clow as they go in behind the starting gate. A couple of real nice raceway mares in here. There's Filly 47 and there's Dreamfair Zenfire. And there they go. Off end pacing, Dreamfair Zenfire and Filly 47. She's leaving a little towards the rail as they race around the turn and go to the opening 8. So that match race set up from the Campbell barn heads to the backstretch in the opening quarter, and Dreamfair Zenfire is about to clear the lead. Filly 47 is going to take that 2-hole ride. So they're over to the opening station. Mark Campbell and Dreamfair Zenfire, quarter pole leading. Brett Clow is in the 2-hole with Filly 47, and they were at their quarter solid 29-2. Midway around the turn, they arrive at the 3/8 next, and it's Dreamfair Zenfire, the leader on Filly 47, and off the turn they come towards the opening half mile. That's where they arrive next, and it's Dreamfair Zenfire, the leader at the midway point. Filly 47 continues to stalk her in the 2-hole, and they're halfway home with Dreamfair Zenfire, the midway point leader. Filly 47 continues on her back second. They arrived at the half in 1:04. Just 31-2 in the second panel. We're down to 3/8 of a mile left to go. Dreamfair Zenfire, the 3-time winner for Age Pacing Horse of the Year at Charlottetown, moving into the 3/4 pole. And Filly 47, one of the great stake fillies of all time, over $250,000 in earnings won. She tracks in the 2-hole. They're on past the 3/4 in 1:32-2, so another soft panel in the third of just 31-3. So the tempo picks up and they're homeward bound, and it's Dreamfair Zenfire, the leader. Filly 47 continues to race from second as they land on the line next, and it is Dreamfair Zenfire with Mark Campbell. Filly 47, the stablemate, is there for second with Brett Clow. House about a 27-4 closing quarter. They stop the clock, 2 minutes 1/5. Run down from that second qualifier. Philly 47 second. Dreamfair's Empire, the winner, 29 and 2, 1 minute 4. 132 and 2, 2 minutes, 1/5. The third qualifier is on the track, scratched down to a field of 3. The 1, the Woodmere Arturo, is scratched, and the 2, Woodmere Denny, is scratched. The 4, KT's Affliction, gets the services of Keith Ford. Number 3 is Starship Art for David Dowling. KT's Affliction, the 4, for Keith Ford. Little Reese's Pieces, the 5, and Adam Werner. Third qualifier, Starship Art, KT's Affliction. Little Reese's Pieces, top of the stretch. Here they come. KT's Affliction is off stride. And there they go, off and pacing, let out by Little Reese's Pieces. Starship Art towards the rail is second. And after the miscue prior to the start, KT's Affliction will trail as they round the turn and move on by the first eighth pole. Little Reese's Pieces alone on the lead early for Adam Murner. Starship Art is second, off stride in third. That is KT's Affliction. So they're over to the opening quarter, led by Little Reese's Pieces in the lead three. Starship Art races from second in the backfield after a couple of miscues. That's KT's Affliction. The quarter mile was 30-4. On by the 3/8 pole, Little Reese's Pieces in command of the field. Starship Art races from second. KT's Affliction has a hard time finding the pace on this Tuesday night. Once again has gone off stride. At the midway point, Little Reese's Pieces, she's halfway home by 4 on Starship Art. And KT's Affliction, he's had enough. Mims pulled him up and returning to the barn area. So they're going to the 5/8. Little Reese's Pieces out in front, still 4. Second, that is Starship Art. So we're down to just a couple of them left here in the third qualifier. And they're on the backside for the final time. 3/4 comes next. Little Reese's Pieces. The lead is starting to shrink as Starship Art closed right into within a length and has gone to the outside for the final quarter mile. The half was 1:01 and the 3/4 was 1:32. So a couple of 30 and change quarters there and just an eighth of a mile out. Little Reese's Pieces to bring them home. Starship Art has a shot at that leader on the outside second. Deep stretch now, Little Reese's Pieces. Starship Art on the outside is coming late. Here's the line, and it's tight, but it looks like Little Reese's Pieces. It's Starship Art second. Time of the mile in 2:01 1. Now the rundown from the third qualifiers. Numbers 1 and 2 were scratched. Starship Art was second. KT's Affliction did not finish. Little Reese's Pieces was the winner. They went 30-4, 1:01 1:32, and the mile in 2:01 1. Our fourth qualifier is the final on this Tuesday night session. They're on the track. One Rocket Novel has Kenny Murphy. 2 is Fernhill Dynamic. Now gets the services of David Dowling and is free-legged. David Dowling driving 2, Fernhill Dynamic. The 3, Plain Jane, is scratched. And number 4 is YS Mathis with Mark Campbell. Qualifier number 4 on the gate with Rockin' Novel, Fernhill Dynamic, YS Mathis. Top of the stretch. Here they come. There they go, off and pacing with YS Mathis leaving out. Fernhill Dynamic is second into the turn, and a Rockin' Novel will size him up from away third. So by the 8th pole and straightening to the backstretch, to the quarter mile they go, and it's YS Mathis and Campbell by 2. Fernhill Dynamic on the free-legged side tonight goes second, and Rockin' Novel will get away third. So they're at the first quarter mile. YS Mathis arriving there with the lead. The lead's a length and a half. Second is Fernhill Dynamic, racing from third. That is Rockin' Novel. He's closing in on the leaders off a 30-second flat opening quarter. Off the turn they come, and they straighten down the stretch. They have the half mile in their sights now. And on the point, YS Mathis is the leader. Fernhill Dynamic continues to go second, followed by the trailer in the third spot, who is Rockin' Novels. Halfway home in the final qualifier on this Tuesday evening, the half mile was 60 seconds flat, so a pair of quarters in 30 seconds as they roll along to 5/8. YS Mathis now by a couple. Fernhill Dynamic is there second, and gapping back to third is Rockin' Novel. So on the backstretch they go. The 3/4 comes next, and YS Mathis is the leader. Fernhill Dynamic sticking right with him here in the late going. Rockin' Novel has dropped well back in third. The 3/4 in 1:29 so 29 in the third quarter. Rolling along with an 8th left to go. YS Mathis to turn home. Fernhill Dynamic is second, Rockin' Novel third. Down the home stretch they come now in qualifier number 4, and YS Mathis makes every call, winning one with Campbell. Second is Fernhill Dynamic. Third, that goes to Rockin' Novel. Time for the mile in 1:57.2. Now the rundown in that fourth qualifier. Rockin' Novel was third. Fernhill Dynamic second. Plain Jane Scratch. YS Mathis the winner. 30, 1 minute, 1:29 and 1, 1:57 and 2.